When God said, let there be light, is it possible he was referring to the entire spectrum and not just visible light? And God is the ultimate designer, as God is the ultimate designer. I think that is open to many interpretations. My personal interpretation, I tend to be a little concrete and literal here because I read Job chapter 38, and in Job chapter 38, the angels sang together for joy at the time of the earth's creation, or the foundation of the earth were laid. They were already in existence, which means there was already light in the universe. These are beings of light that radiate light, photons, if you will. The universe was already created, and stars were already out there projecting light. There's already a light of God's character being revealed in heaven, that Lucifer, who is the light bearer, okay, he's already the light bearer, but now he's starting to bear lies in heaven. So I don't see this as the origination of truth being revealed or physical light in the universe being revealed, because the universe is already in existence. My personal view is in Genesis, which describes creation week and of the solar system. And it describes that there was a deep abyss, a void, a pit in which there was no light in space, and God said, let there be light. My personal view, there was a black hole in the corner of the Milky Way, and it became useful for God to carry out the completion of his ultimate universal creation, and the last piece was creating human beings. And in the context of the great controversy, he went to a place that was devoid of even light, and the first thing he says is, let there be light. And the black hole dissipates. And whatever is at the center of a black hole, because we don't know, some type of dense matter of some kind, he spins that up into a planet and a sun and the stars on day 4 of this solar system, Mercury, Venus, Mars. And he creates, and this is why all the radio dating, isotopic dating of all the inanimate, non-living elements of our solar system are billions of years old, because they were sitting there in the black hole when God created the universe billions of years ago. I don't see Genesis 1 as creating the whole universe, because Job tells us things were already in existence before Earth was created. But I do see it as terraforming planet Earth and creating the solar system. So I see it very concretely here that he says, let there be light, dissipating a black hole, and light is now flowing through this part of the solar system. I respect others who see it differently. They talk about spiritual light, let the light of God's character be revealed, and so forth. I would say that that light is being revealed. God is revealing himself as creator. Christ is revealing himself as creator. That light is coming forth this week as well. So there's not wrong to say that, but that light had been revealed. It's now just being obstructed. And if you value Ellen White's writing, she actually says that in heaven that God called a great council, brought all the angels together and announced and made clear that Christ's position was always one equal with the Father. So that light of Christ's equality with the Father had been revealed in heaven already. So it wasn't a new light, but it was confirming light when Christ began to create. All things were made by him, and nothing was made without him. So anyway, that's my view of that. Could God have created the universe through the Big Bang? Is there any biblical evidence as to how the rest of the universe came into being? So I don't know what you mean by the Big Bang. My personal belief is God spoke. He lives outside of space-time continuum as we know it. He is the sustainer of the space-time continuum. He lives in infinity. Everything in that rest of the universe lives in linear existence. The sun burns in a linear time frame. It's not a living organism with a sentience, but molecules burn and fusion happens in a linear time frame. So the whole universe operates in linear existence, but God lives in infinity outside of that, and he sustains it all. And so whether you call it Big Bang, but there's a point in time God spoke, and it began. And so
when we get to heaven, will we live in infinity then?
No, we are finite beings. We never live in infinity. We always live in linear existence, even in heaven. And this is why Jesus was always the go-between or the mediator. Jesus would leave infinity and he would step into linear existence in heaven before he became incarnate, and he was the go-between, the mediator, the representative of God to all the intelligences, and he was known as Michael at that time. But he took on angelic form, but he was not an angel. He was an infinite being who would leave infinity to interact on a personal one-on-one level with beings who cannot enter infinity. If you want Bible reference for this, about the infinite aspect of it, 1 Timothy 6:16, it says God lives in unapproachable light. Unapproachable. Because he's got a force shield around it, and you'll get zapped if you get close. No, because we're finite. We cannot enter and assimilate infinite knowledge, infinite energy, infinite anything. We're finite. So in order to have intimacy with finite beings, a member of infinity had to leave infinity and step into a linear existence. And Christ was constantly that member, the go-between, the mediator, stepping in and out until he became incarnate. Once he became incarnate, he permanently surrendered his capacity to go back into infinity. He's not an infinite being anymore. He's a finite being in a certain way. He's still fully God, but he has surrendered. He retains human form. And that's why he is represented on earth now by the Holy Spirit, who is infinite for him.
So infinity is not the same as eternity.
No, infinity is not the same as eternity.